What's the crack, YouTubers? How you guys keeping? Just throwing up another video. I'm gonna try and throw videos up on Saturdays. Call them like Skarnir Saturdays or some bollocks like that. I don't fucking know. Whatever. Anyway, I haven't really progressed very far with the knobs, as you can see here. These are the 3rd edition metal knobs. I've started to pin them. So I'm using like bog standard paper clips, bit of super glue. Whip out the old snips. Don't use your modeling snips. Do not use GW snips on your fucking paper clips, because otherwise you'll end up with like, see that little speck, that circle there? Yeah, you end up fucking them up. So if you're using paper clips, don't cut them with GW snips. Use like, you know, I got this in Halfords or some bollocks. I don't know, I acquired it along the way, but get like decent snips. And literally glue it in, snip it, drill the other bit and fire it away. So I have me super glue, I have me paper clips, so I'm getting cracking on assembling these guys. The rest of the week has been busy with me trying to paint this fucking cunt. I don't know if you guys can see a decent resolution on it, but it's a pain in the hole. I've started to paint them up. I got most of his cloak done and stuff. This is for the WA Forum Secret Santa. It's Warhammer Online Limited Edition Warlord, or I don't even know what they call them in Warhammer Fantasy. I don't play Warhammer Fantasy, but it'd be the equivalent of a war boss with a little like fucking wizard dude, shaman on his shoulder. So I've been painting him up. He's nearly there. I'm probably going to head into town and get some basing material. You can see that the horn and the claw on the side are to be added on, and then he has an axe as well, but I decided to leave that off so that I can get some of the detail done pretty well on the miniature before I glue all the bits on, because this axe obstructs his shoulder and this guy here to get in on a cloak. So I'll paint that separately, I'm thinking, and then I'll pin that into his arm, and then we'll get cracking on him. So this guy's been painting, assembling these guys now. I've been messing around with the plastic Mega Knobs box set, and I'm contemplating whether I should just like glue stuff together or not. As like, if you look at the arms, if you haven't got the box set, there's like plugs. So if you glue the shoulders in, you can see that on the end of the forearms there's these like plugs, so you can interchange the hands. You don't need to magnetize them. So I think I'll just glue the hands on and then just plug. There's like kill saws and stuff like that, bits of everything. For the big mech, I'm not too sure though, because there's like the custom force field, and then there's this like teleportal blaster, and they sit on top of a little tiny like plastic platform that goes on the back, and then these guys literally sit on top. So I don't know if I should bother like investing in some really small magnets and like magnetize the, you know, teleportal blaster and the custom force field, or whether I should just pick one and glue it, or I don't know what to do. I bought a few more paints. As most of you should know, I left me paints at home, so I have like, I'm trying into the Games Workshop stuff, and there's all like dry, all these different things. Like, I'm used to the old paints, so I've enough paints I think to keep myself going for a while. I've been having fun with the old wet palette, as I said before. It's pretty sound investment. If you don't have one, get it yourself. Just get a fucking wet sponge, Tupperware, and then literally just cut out sheets of baking paper, and away you go. A bit of water and you're fucking laughing. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. I'm just deciding what I'm going to do with the channel. I've been pretty inactive over the past few years because I haven't been too busy with my orcs. What I've mainly been doing is just like fucking mucking around with other stuff like video games or board games. So what I'm thinking of doing is actually just including anything that I pretty much like on the channel. I know it's like WA Skarnir and it's, you know, all 40k orcs, but I don't really do as much 40k orc stuff as I think would justify just having a YouTube channel for. I want to make videos, I want to show off stuff, so I'm thinking about like showing board games, and then I'll have like 40k battle reports, but I want to try out new stuff. I've been also busy like making, out of the mech box set, I have there's like the grot that comes, this comes with the Mega Knobs set. He's pretty cool, little grot, and then there's this standard like mech. It's just pretty much a boy with like extra bits, so it's like a pistol version of a custom Mega Blaster, and then like a kill saw. I don't see why you'd bother with these option upgrades, but it looks pretty cool, you know. But like I said, with the channel, I'm just going to be doing whatever. I'm just going to be throwing shit together I don't mind. See, I don't like fine cast, so all my miniatures are generally metal and therefore need to be pinned. I wouldn't go near fine cast with a fucking barge pole because it's shit. So, yeah, in the future you can expect to see everything from 40k battle reports to board game reviews or gaming nights or whatever. I'm just going to be throwing whatever up onto the channel, and if you find it interesting, well and good, and if you don't, well then you don't. You know, you don't have to stick around if you don't want it. It's not like I'm a fanatic trying to collect subscribers. I just do shit that I think's cool, and if you agree with me, well then feel free to jump onto the bandwagon, and if you don't, well then, you know, maybe it's not for you. So yeah, that's me. That's what I've been doing this week, and that's my plans for the future. Take it easy, guys, and keep doing whatever you're doing. Good luck.